in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the UNLV Rebels, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Mississippi State's offense will start this game off. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Mississippi right back to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Using the quick game, they make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Cradles it at the 35. He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Rebels. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did its job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That opening script from the offensive coordinator didn't lead to a score as they punted on their first possession. Now they have it back. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Rebels are threatening on 1st and goal. backfield. It's Clowney. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And I feel like the defense needed that stop. Already giving up a touchdown, early in this football game. They put another drive together, but great job bowing up, getting that third down.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Vegas. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. The last time they punted, it went back for 6. Wants to bring it back. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
The counterplay is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
It's complete on the right side. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. On fourth down, going to the air. Grab near the marker. It's Hall. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Throws toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Got out of trouble and throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Rebels will go for it here on 4th down. Under fire. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give on the option. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right, and his throw is incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll field the punt. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Finds his big tight end. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down marker. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Turning it on. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Rebels are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working the big fella to the corner. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. From the gun. Give on the inside. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown UNLV. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The play action fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he had his man for a big gainer, and he just flat missed him. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Rebels offense is back on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Finds his man. It's Clowney. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Rebels will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Breaks into the open. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field.
Illegal offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They want to throw it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the returner will be dragged down. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've gotten nothing done so far, and they already find themselves. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's
intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. This offense has it with really good field position. Fires toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He lobs one high down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
A loss of 7 yards on the play.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got his man. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Blasted as he lets it go. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The Bulldogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Mississippi State going up tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more, whether it's...
Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll start this drive going to the air. Brings it down on the right side. He just brought some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
1st and goal, UNLV.
He wants to throw it. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Fires to the wide out. Catch in the middle. It's worthy. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Mississippi State.
Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, it's a fumble. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
That is no good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer. Instead, they're still way, way behind. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make the play.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on third, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
And we don't always talk about the third part of the football game, but offense, defense, special teams, this is a huge shot in the arm. Their offense has struggled all game long. You force the fumble, give them good field position. Maybe this is the spark they needed.
Fighting off the defender.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Right back to the well. And runs through another one. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off play action. Shoots it to the left. Tosses it incomplete.
That is one when they watch film next week that receiver is going to wish he had back. That quarterback had all day to throw the football. That was basically 7-on-7. There was no one near the QB. Receiver's got to make the catch.
Rushes on him. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. They punt it away on 4th down. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Rebels offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That's reeled in. It's Clowney. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. Looking down the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. And the Rebels line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Ford. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Under fire. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag.
There he goes. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And the Rebels back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down.
Let's go!
They just keep firing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Leaves it with the back. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. The quick out. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down. The Rebels, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive, looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. This is what you're